Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So if you are like me and my family, you probably have stories that you've told for so long that you may not even remember like where they started. And we have a couple of those, and when I was at my parents' house recently, I was looking through like old photo albums and I found a picture that reminded me of a story. So now I feel the need to share some of the little origins of two stories that both center around my poor mom. So these are going to be a couple of stories about my family trips to Disney World. Not story times about when I worked there, but story times from when I went to Disney with my family. So both of these, unfortunately, are going to be like poking a little bit of fun at my mom. My mom and I are like best friends. We are like exactly the same human being. The first one happened a long time ago. This was when we were very, very young. I want to say this was in 98, maybe 97, 98 time frame. Late 90s, my family was at Magic Kingdom, as you do, and we were seeing the Jungle Book friends. I don't know why, but in my mind, I thought that this happened at Animal Kingdom. Definitely didn't. When I found the picture, I remembered that it is actually in Adventureland in Magic Kingdom that this happened, and I will put the picture up so you can see us meeting Baloo and Mowgli. We were just hanging out, meeting some Jungle Book friends. Well, I don't know which one of us was distracting my mom. Either my sister was distracting my mom or I was distracting my mom. I don't know which one of us it was, but one of us had her attention. We had not met Mowgli yet, but he sees, you know, this was back in the days where characters just kind of like walked around and interacted a little more. It wasn't so much like there's a character. It's more like Disneyland. You know, there's characters just kind of meander around. It's not like, hey, make a line and this person meets at this place for these times. We just were walking through Adventureland and hey, look, there's Mowgli and Baloo. So like, let's go see them. I think we'd already met Baloo, and then we were like doing something, you know, probably tying a shoe, I don't remember, and my mom's attention is on one of us. And Mowgli walks up behind my mom, like right behind her, and crosses his arms and does one of these. Kind of Peter Pan-like. I bet Mowgli is probably also friends with Peter Pan. I bet he is. But he walks up behind my mom and goes, and just stays there. Just stays there. And my sister, my dad, and I are apparently evil individuals, and we didn't tell her. We just watched it happen. So she finishes, you know, tying a shoe or whatever it is that she's doing, grabbing snacks, I don't know, turns around right into Mowgli's face and just screams. Right in poor Mowgli's face. Just right in his face. And something else you should know about me and also my mother, when we get startled, we drop. I don't know why. Hopefully no one ever sneaks up on me and is actually intending to do any harm, because I go, ha! And just collapse. I just drop to the ground. My mom did not hit the ground completely, but she did go, ah! And like kind of shrink away. You can try to rationalize this as much as you want. You can be like, oh, well, you knew who it was. Like, it's nothing scary is happening. It isn't. No, doesn't matter. I do this if my husband startles me. This is how we are. So Mowgli, just very, you know, this is it. Not intimidating. Didn't even touch her. He was just right behind her. And she spun around and screamed right in poor Mowgli's face and then almost hit the ground. So that's one story that we talk about Mowgli scaring my mom all the time. And I had forgotten where it actually took place until I saw that picture. The next one I remember vividly because I was in high school. This is where you see how much my mom and I are alike. It's probably 07 or 08. So we go to Magic Kingdom first. That's our first park, or always was. And we're heading down Main Street. And we're just bopping along. And our route always, my family's route was, you hit Main Street, cut through Tomorrowland Terrace, and then you go to Space Mountain first. That's always the route that we took. We always do Space Mountain first because we try to get on it a couple of times first thing in the morning. It's a favorite ride. We always try to do it. And so we're cutting right in front of, if you're familiar with Magic Kingdom's layout, we're walking right in front of the Plaza ice cream shop. So we're like right there in the corner. We could see the castle. This was back when the hub wasn't quite what it is now. There was like actually trees. So, you know, there's the castle and it's so beautiful, and the music on Main Street, and it wasn't super crowded that time of morning. It was great, you know, all the good vibes just really hitting. And they're playing Once Upon a Dream. because it's Disney World. They're playing some Disney music, and that's great, and that's wonderful. And my dad and my mom and my sister and I are just, you know, we're not running because we're safe. We're just getting our walk on. We're walking quickly, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my mom and I, we did not plan this. We couldn't have planned this. We don't have that much coordination. But we are walking, and we're hearing Once Upon a Dream. Let me back you up. Most of the time, you don't really pay attention to the music, right? Like, it's just there. It got in our heads, and in sync at the exact same moment, my mother and I, who do not sing, my mom can sing, I can't sing, began, I love you at once, the way you did. I mean, just as off key and as poorly operatic as one could be, and just swaying of the arms. So we did that, and we could not explain why that overcame us. It wasn't like we had some kind of moment where we like made eye contact, we were like, let's do this. We were just walking, and then we were swaying and belting. Anytime we hear that song, now we kind of have this moment where we're like, and then we do it. You know, usually we're at home, but so if someone brings up Sleeping Beauty or Once Upon a Dream, my mom and I have this little moment, and we kind of get our sway and our sing on. So those are a couple of my little family stories that I just was reminded of lately, and I hadn't talked about any like family stories at Disney in like a hot minute. I think the last one I did might have been when I got separated from my family during the parade. Was that the last one? I'll link it up there and down there if you haven't heard that one. That's another one that we mention quite frequently in my family. I want to do another video sometime soon where I share y'all stories. So if you have any fun stories specifically about your mom, if you want to make that connection with this video, but any family trips to Disney World where you had something fun happen with one of your family members, or if you want to include like nice cast member stories or anything like that. I think most people who've been to Disney have some story that is like the story that they tell. So I'm curious what all of y'all's are, and if there's one that you'd like for me to share with the rest of the Jungle Crew, I'd love to do that. Let me know what those are down below. If you'd rather email it to me, my email and Instagram are in the description always. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and if you have not subscribed to my channel and you like to listen to me ramble and do Disney stuff and periodically hear the dogs stampede through the background, then go ahead and give me a follow. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all. This is what I've been looking at. Look at this cat. Look at you. Hi. Hi, Mr. Man. Oh, big stretch.